Welcome to the Strange Skate Podcast, where we find you strange and unusual news so you don't have to. And today, on our wonderful news feed, we have an interesting article. Where's this one from?
Florida.
It is.
It's in FloridaDaily.com.
Yeah, the Daily. Here we go. The headline for this is Florida man charged with breach of peace after allegedly threatening to unleash, quote-unquote, turtle army on the public, disturbing a police station and cursing at 7-Eleven customers. So, I mean, we have, like, a couple different things going on there.
Thomas Lane, 61, of the India Atlantic, I don't know if I'm saying that, it's always something, was charged with breach of peace and misusing 911 and resisting an officer without violence. According to Brevard County Sheriff's Office and News 13, Lane was arrested after reports that he made multiple threats at various locations along the boardwalk of India Atlantic near Melbourne Beach, allegedly calling himself, quote-unquote, the saint, and threatening people by saying, quote-unquote, his turtle army will destroy them.
And then underneath that here, it's got a little, blurb. Florida man threatens to destroy town with his army of turtles.
Turtle army.
Warning police they should never have beep with the saint as he's arrested for shouting obscenities in the street. Gosh, man. And we're going to post this on our Facebook. We've had some technical difficulties. So some of our other podcasts that are on there don't have the links yet, but they will. But this is definitely worth checking our Facebook out and look at the picture on the article. It'll make so many things become clear.
Now, this article date is from 2019, so it's a little bit old. Maybe it's an oldie but goodie. I guess we'll find out.
A man referring to himself as the Saint was arrested in Florida town on Sunday after police say he screamed obscenities, threatened to unleash an army of turtles to destroy the community. Police received multiple calls Sunday afternoon regarding Thomas Devaney Lane? Devaney? 61, for disturbing the peace at several businesses, including Starbucks, Cafe Surfinista, and Sassy Granny Smoothies.
Sassy Granny.
We might have to eat there if we go to Florida.
Sassy Granny.
Along the Wave Coast Avenue Broadwalk in... What? What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
Along the Wave Crest Avenue Broadwalk in India Atlantic.
Upon his arrest, Lane is said to have warned officers that his turtle army will destroy everyone and wreak havoc on the local area as revenge for his apprehension. Neither one of us can talk today. Authorities escorted him back to the India Atlantic Police Department headquarters, where Lane reportedly pounded on the glass and walls before hastily exiting the station before a booking officer could speak to him. He was later found in his car in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven, where eyewitnesses say the 61-year-old was cursing at customers as they entered and left the store. As police approached him for the second time, Lane dialed 911 and allegedly told the operator that the responding officers needed to leave now or you will all be sorry you bleep with the saint. Then he added, they would all see what happens in an hour, a police affidavit claims.
Oh, that's so scary.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I know, that's exactly what I've been saying.
I'm surprised he didn't refer to himself as, what's the...
Splinter?
Yes! I'm Splinter.
Well, I mean, it sounds more like Shredder, really.
Oh, gosh, right.
Maybe it should be the Foot Clan.
No, Shredder has a helmet or something on, right? Covering his face.
Yeah.
Maybe this is his revelation. He's revealing himself. I like how they have the picture of the turtles.
So this other art, I was just looking it up on my phone, and this other, oh man, we are. This other article says that he's from the the Ukraine, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what it says here on Click Orlando News. Yeah, somehow I don't see that a turtle army is like super scary. Oh no. It's like Rise of the Turtles.
You know, they'll all have like nunchucks and swords and stuff. Gotta make sure they have those little bandanas around their head too.
Well, how do you get a turtle army to do what you want though? Like,
Good question.
What's their motivation? I mean,
Get a whole herd of snapping turtles. Attack!
I don't know if you've noticed, but turtles aren't the most, motivated individuals in the world.
And they go to, he wants them to attack and they just hide in their shells. Like, fuck
boop.
you.
Well, that was definitely weird, right?
It doesn't say that he was under the influence of anything either, so we don't know if it's alcohol, drugs, or just his mental state.
I want to say it was just his mental state, because, like I say, I was reading a couple other articles right here while we're talking about it, and nowhere does any of them say that he was, under the influence of anything. So I think we're just dealing with just good old-fashioned crazy.
So just the other day when I was skimming through the news, I came across something about this female, also in Florida, who thought she was some kind of Egyptian royalty or something like that. So
I thought it was an Egyptian god.
Well, I said royalty, like kind of,
Yeah.
some importance, but she thought she was powerful and this and that. And it seems like a lot of these people think there's some higher status thing.
Well, maybe when you're high as a kite, you are.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember if she was under the influence or not.
We'll have to do that article.
Right?
It's in our list.
Sneak peek.
Like I've said before, we have a book where we write down all these articles so we can find them again, and it's a big book, consistently growing. And some are a little old, but like this one, I mean, come on, Turtle Army, you can't pass that up.
I still like he has the TMNT, like the classic song playing in the background. I can just see it.
Well, that's all I could think of when I read it.
Better get him pizza after.
Don't be late. So that's the end of that article. And on this episode, we're going to do something a little new in between our stories. So we're just going to kind of tell you what podcasts we like to listen to. So right now, we both like listening to Aaron Mahnke's Lore. That's always a favorite that we listen to.
Cabinet of Curiosities, also his.
Yeah, Cabinet of Curiosities. And then
he's got a series, television series on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
You've seen those. He also sells books too. That's
pretty good. We enjoy that one a lot. And then
he was actually pretty much our inspiration.
Yeah. And as we've said that before, he's kind of what got us into this. And then the other one, what's the one you like listening to? I mean, they have a couple different podcasts.
Like, are you talking about the serial killer one, or?
I think it's the one on serial killers.
Yeah. This is also on Spotify, Serial Killers Parcast. They obviously, the title's pretty obvious. They talk about serial killers, and they have some about John Wayne Gacy and Dahmer, the more known ones. But they also have, like, lesser-known killers in their description on here. It mentions lesser-known killers like Death House Landlady, Dorothy Puente, and what turns a regular person into a predator. They do, like, some kind of research and have their theories that they mention that could be like, oh, that's why this person changed into, this monster.
And so that's just a few, and like I say, it's something new we're going to do every episode. We're just going to kind of mention some things that we like to listen to that maybe you guys would like to check out as well.
The Conspiracy Theories Parcast, is also really interesting. And they have, like, their theories or likeness for, you just have to go listen to it.
Yeah. They're worth listening to.
And it's not like, those crazy conspiracy things like, what's his face? That guy the one that your dad listens to.
Oh my gosh. Infowars.
What's his name?
Alex Jones.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a lot more interesting. They've covered some stories about NASA and arsenic. They talk about the metaverse with Facebook and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
which
really interesting.
that one was actually pretty interesting. So, like I say, just check them out and, see if you guys enjoy them too. So, our next article is from the Huffington Post, and the title of it is, Why is Humpty Dumpty an Egg? A investigation literally nowhere in the rhyme does it say he's an egg.
This is even older, from 2017. I thought this article was interesting. I actually went ahead and read this whole thing just to see if I had to do a little more research to add to it, and I think they pretty much covered it. Think of Humpty Dumpty and you no doubt picture an egg on the wall. Or if you're the morbid type, an egg smashed to pieces at the bottom of one.
That's me.
I forgot to mention this is off of HuffPost. We got to give them their credit.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, well, I guess I was just in my own little world at the time.
I guess so. You're like, oh, look, he's talking again.
That's because Humpty has been depicted as an egg for hundreds of years, despite the fact the actual rhyme never refers to him as one.
I guess that is true, huh? Mm-hmm. If you really think about it. Like, where'd they get the egg?
I remember looking through those old nursery rhymes growing up, and it was always just this gigantic egg with some clothes on sitting on a freaking wall.
Yeah, me too. Same with those, like, scholastic books, There was a couple of them that had, like, rhymes in them, like you say.
Well, as a refresher, I'm sure pretty much everybody knows the Humpty Dumpty rhyme, but I've talked about things that I figured a lot of people knew about to other people, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. So it's like, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. See, it's no exaggeration. It's no yolk. It's enough to make you go into shell shock.
Oh my God.
That was in the article. That wasn't even me.
I know, I'm reading it.
But seriously, how the flip, did Humpty end up as an egg?
Well, apparently it's all thanks to Lewis Carroll. Yes, he's of Alice in Wonderland fame, and his 1872 novel Through the Looking Glass. Chapter 6 of the book is entitled Humpty Dumpty, and apparently it's where that Humpty first appeared as an egg. That's crazy.
Alice in Wonderland, go figure.
I've read that book. I guess I just didn't really put the two together.
However, the egg only got larger and more human. When she had come within a few yards of it, she saw that it had eyes and a nose and mouth. When she had come close to it, she saw clearly that it was Humpty Dumpty himself. It can't be anybody else, she said to herself. I'm as certain of it as if his name were written all over his face. That was actually all the book.
Yeah, extract from Through the Looking Glass. Much like an omelet in a stainless steel pan, the portrayal of Humpty apparently stuck. Sorry again. And he's been an egg ever since. But while Carroll may have introduced Humpty as an egg, he just can't be credited with the original nursery rhyme. So what was Humpty before he was an egg? Hopefully a chicken, because that would settle a really long debate.
Was it the chicken or the egg? Nope. According to several war historians, the original Humpty Dumpty was not an egg, not a chicken, not a man, but a cannon. Yep, a large cannon which is believed to have been used in English Civil War, 1642 to 1649, specifically in the 1648 siege of Colchester.
The rhyme came about because, as Colchester was under siege, one of the cannons from the attacking side managed to destroy the wall Humpty Dumpty was positioned on. Hence, Humpty Dumpty came tumbling down. Due to its massive size, none of the king's horses and none of the king's men were able to put it back together again, and so Humpty's legacy was born. So there you have it. Once a cannon, now an egg, forever a popular nursery rhyme. You're welcome.
Somebody must have gotten offended somewhere that it was a weapon and be like, oh, we'll just change it to an egg. I'm just kidding.
No, that was too long ago for them to be offended yet.
Oh, gosh, right? Maybe it was just that author's morbid mind, just making an egg and just, he dies. It's supposed to be a living egg, I guess.
Yeah, it was.
But a lot of those old story books and stuff that they made children friendly, I've read and heard that they're actually pretty dark.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so me and Rana, we collect graphic novels. Not necessarily comics, but graphic novels.
There's a difference.
There is a difference. It's a fine line. But anyway, so we're both really into stories. And fairy tales, man, they go back a long ways. All kinds of different branches of them. You know, there's the same story in all kinds of different places of the world, but it's just a little different. And, you know, the Grimm fairy tales stories basically were just the most common tellings of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't you have some of the Grimm comics?
I have a couple, but somewhere I actually have the, like, original Grimm fairy tales. It's, like, super old.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a good read.
It's a good read.
And if you buy it now in the reprint, it actually has a tree in the back. And you can, it's got a whole bunch, like the leaves are stories. And you can trace those stories from where they came from and what countries.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And about what time period they came out in. And it even has places where like they kind of evolved into something else and what time period that took place in. And it's pretty cool.
It is interesting how things have been passed down so many years and kind of distorted.
Yeah.
People come up with and pass along.
Well,
but considering it was that long ago, it actually stayed pretty consistent, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of them that have stayed surprisingly accurate to themselves, even though they're super old and they've been kept alive mostly by oral, means. I mean, people just told it to each other. It wasn't written down. So, anyway, that's a little tidbit. But that wraps up our newscast and also this week's episode. And we thank you guys all for listening. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, and until next time.
Until next time.